Little Bear, you are needed. Oh, look at the boys today. There's Casper. There's Lancelot, my two handsome bucks. And the good thing about now is they don't really smell anymore. They don't smell bad like they do in rut season. Then we have our two Weathers, Polly and Little Bear. And I actually need one of them right now. So I'm going to bring out Little Bear because we're hoping to breed some girls this fall. And he's going to be our little heat detector, especially for Prim. So, ready to come out? Listen, my sweet girl. Can you please go into heat so I can finally see your udder? Please. She's right down here with the bucks. But we're just waiting for her to go into heat so we can breed her with Mr. Lancelot over there and then get some babies. But more so because I really want to see how your udder turns out. We've been waiting for over a year to see how Casper's improved genetics. And so far, I mean, as far as udders, but she is a little rock star with conformation, and he's definitely improved on those parts. So I'm excited. Miss Girl, could you please maybe go into heat so we can get you bred and then have little Prim and Lancelot babies? And not only that, but then I could finally see your udder to see if Casper's improved that much, because I see he's improved your conformation. But can we please do that? We want babies this fall. Can we do that? And you act very funny when you're in heat too. You act Bucky. So we are hoping to get these two together. Mr. Lancelot, yes, you pretty boy. And this pretty girl right here, she is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And you can't do anything this year, sir, because you are the daddy. You don't get a chance in this. But boy, did he produce a fine goat. Yes, he did. And you got daddy's blue eyes. So most likely because she has blue eyes, and both our bucks have blue eyes, they could pass on blue eyes, and there's a much greater chance since they both have blue eyes. So I am really excited about that. But the thing is, I already know for sure, depending on her udder, I want to keep a daughter out of her. And it is weird because I feel like I've picked the Faith line to try to improve as well. Because yes, Faith is a very sweet girl. She has beautiful conformation, but I wish she would have a little bit more dairy. Even though she does come from registered lines and some pretty darn good ones, if that, sometimes it just happens. Two very proficient goats get together and normally sometimes they don't mix, and that is okay. So we're just gonna try our best here. And the thing is, so I have some news coming up, and I feel like if I share specific details, y'all are gonna figure out what it is. But I would have to keep the spotted girls out of her. So that's all I'm gonna say for now. But I have some plans that are in the works, but I'm not gonna share them yet. So I gotta leave y'all hanging just for a little longer. And I mean, just look at this sweet girl. So she is honestly one of my very favorites on the farm. I hold her very dear to me. And honestly, I don't think I would ever sell her just because I'm so in love with her. Even though she's not the best doe I have on my farm, she does produce great kids. Oh, and some pretty darn good genetics too. There are some things that I would like to improve, and I think that goes with any goat. There's always improvement in any goat. But she, I mean, pretty darn good start. Ain't that right, girl? So what I was saying, dairy is, so she's already been milked out this morning, but I just wish she was like a bit, when she's filled up, you see the attachments up top, but I guess I just want to see a little bit more capacity, a little bit more of that dairy, like stretchability, and then the upper attachments as well. So it's not bad, it's not terrible, but there's room for improvement. So I'm hoping that once Prim gets bred and we see some babies out of her, we can see what Casper actually improved from those two udders. So if that gives you a more better understanding of what I mean, great. And I feel like she's gonna end up being one of those girls too, because she is very dear to me. She's a very sweet girl. She definitely takes on what Faith has, but oh my goodness, I love this girl. I really do. I really do. She is one of the keeper doelings that I'm most excited about, if not the most excited about. It's this one. And then look at this girl. She is, you're posing right now, aren't you? No. You're trying to get those. Is that what you're after? Oh, pff. Come here. Come here, my girls. You want a snack? Come on, my girls. Get a snack. Oh, come on, you two. These two always have beef with each other. All right, be nice. Be nice. Oh, how's my good boy? Y'all need to be friends. Be nice to each other. Yes, I'm talking to you. How's my little bear doing? All right, a few more seconds. All right, ready, set, go. Why don't you come over here? All right, enough. Hey guys, I wish I had better news. We had something happen. Nobody died. So we got that going for us, but we had a dog attack our two baby goats. It was not this guy here. Ernie is a sweet, good boy, and he loves all the animals. But anyway, so I will show pictures. So this is kind of your graphic warning. If you don't like it, I'll put the time here for you to skip ahead to. That way you don't have to look at the pictures if you don't have to. From here you can see there was punctures. He did have a significant chunk out of him, so it did cause some bleeding with a blood vessel, but he's fine now. And then Kiram lost half his tail. It should be recovering very soon. So from that, you can see that Snickers has stitches, and Kiram, he had half his tail bitten off. And so Kiram, he was acting completely normal afterwards. You would not have been able to tell if he didn't have his butt turned to us. And then there was just blood, and then there was bone exposure. So definitely had to bring him in too. And thank goodness for Dr. Lincoln and Agrarian Veterinary Services in Buckingham, Virginia. Best livestock vet, hands down. Even when we relocate to Gretna. If it's not too big of an emergency where it needs to be handled in Chatham, I'm always going to stick with him as my vet. Even if it takes me an hour and a half, he's going to be my vet, just because he's so good to us and he really does care about our animals, just, I feel, just as much as we do. So pretty much what happened was, so somehow the dog got Snicker's leg and was able to bite off Kieran's tail through the fence. It could have been much worse if he actually got in, and thankfully that did not happen. But I think what happened was, because the feeder's right by there, so there's like cement blocks right behind the feeder, so I think the babies like to jump up on it, and it's up against the fence. So I think while they're eating, the dog managed to grab the back leg of Snickers, and since we didn't notice it and we were trying to battle this dog to try to let it go, make it let go of our baby goat's leg, Kieran had to have been first, because we didn't see that happen, and we wouldn't have known because this little goat was eating. He was in the same trough eating after we handled the situation. And he had his butt turned, and we saw blood and bone exposure of his tail. And half his tail was pretty much gone. So, but after we got Snicker's leg out of that dog's mouth, and it took a lot to get it out, and I'm pretty sure that dog is injured. And the whole situation with the dog has been handled. I will preface saying that before anyone jumps into comments. So Snickers ended up having to have stitches in two sites. There was a pretty big chunk taken out. Leg was not broken, thank goodness, nor was it ripped off, which, oh my goodness. With the pit bull mix, I think it was a pit bull mix, they have a pretty significant bite force. So the fact that did not happen, I'm so thankful. But it's been handled with, and Snickers, he's not really walking much yet, and honestly, I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to either. And Kieran, he's acting like a normal baby goat. He's eating, he's jumping, he's playing, getting into stuff he's not supposed to. So yeah, he's acting normal. Now we're just looking out for signs of infection, which I think we would have seen already because it's been a week. So I think they're on the road of recovery. I am just thankful and beyond blessed that it wasn't worse than what it could have been. And that Dr. Lincoln was there when I needed him. Literally, when I called him, it was around 7:30 in the evening. And within 30 seconds of me leaving a voicemail, he calls me back and just tells me to bring them in. And he was there, I'm not even kidding, till like 9 o'clock at night working on him, and he closes at 4. So just to know that I have him on standby and that he takes really good care of us, it truly does mean a lot. And I know he really does take pride in his profession, and he really does take care of these animals like if they were his. So again, if you're looking for a livestock vet, definitely hit him up, or at least give him a try, because he's awesome. What do you think, Ernie? You got anything to add? He's just the sweetest boy. But I think that's it for this. Oh. So I am going to be revealing my surprise and my secret in the next video next week. So definitely watch out for that, because you're not going to want to miss it, because it's going to entail a lot of big plans and some changes. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and follow along on this journey of mine. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.